Hey everyone, this is Daniel. This is my video blog for July 29th, 2009. It's been a busy several days, I can say that much. I had to go to the doctor on the 27th because, well, quite frankly, my nerves are acting up as usual, and the medicine that I had been on just doesn't work anymore. And also, it's the kind of medicine that I don't need to be on very long, because it is one of those medicines that if you're on long enough, it can be a bad thing. I won't divulge any further what the result of that might be, but still, with that being said, the doctor put me on new medicine to help with my nerves, one that's safe and that I can take for a long period of time and shouldn't cause any problems. And also told me to go on some probiotics and things of that nature to help my nerves, so my stomach won't get affected by when I get excited or when I get upset or what have you. And also, they were remodeling the doctor's office, and I noticed this chart, and of course I know that one of my aunts has hypothyroidism, and I looked at the chart, and you know, it was a side-by-side chart comparing the two, what the difference is in hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism. One means overactive thyroid, one means underactive thyroid. And the overactive thyroid, of course, means you lose weight, and the underactive thyroid means you gain weight. And a lot of the symptoms that I've had, even over the last several years, that can't be explained by anything else, could possibly be explained by hyperthyroidism, if that happened to be the case. So I asked the doctor about it, and of course she asked had I ever had a thyroid test panel thing done, and obviously I haven't, which is for me kind of strange, because I'm usually one that gets tested for nearly every single thing on the planet, nearly. And so actually not having a thyroid test is one of the very, very few things that I haven't been tested for. I get STD tests and, you know, things of that nature done all the time. So, you know, those kind of tests, you know, and, you know, like the cholesterol and sugar and all that. I have all kinds of blood work done all the time at the doctor, and thyroid test just hasn't been one of them. And they even looked back in the chart and saw that it hadn't never been done. So they went and they done a, they drew some blood, and they sent the blood work off for the thyroid test, and I should have the results of that eventually, and I will know whether or not my thyroid is acting up or not, which, with everything else that's wrong in the family, it would not surprise me any if some of what's wrong with me is actually explained by that. Now, cystic fibrosis, of course, can do a lot of things, and of course there's so much else wrong with me there's too many to list. There's at least 8 things that I can think of off the top of my head that's wrong with me. I won't go through the list, but still, there's 8 separate things that are wrong with me. And if this test comes back positive for hyperthyroidism, then that would be number 9. So, it would not surprise me any. But, anyway, I wanted to mention this is a computer update, not a Gecko-related update. There is a patch that was made available yesterday. I'm sure if it hasn't popped up on Windows Update or Microsoft Update, you need to check it. Every version of Internet Explorer, more or less, from Windows 2000, any supported version of Internet Explorer, let me put it like that. Any supported version of Internet Explorer on any supported version of Windows is affected by this problem. The only version that I know of that is not affected by this is Windows 7 RTM and Windows Server 2008 R2 RTM. The only reason I know that is because I downloaded one file and it had out there Windows 7 IDX, and it was the Internet Explorer update for build 7201. So with RTM, of course, being 7600, that update doesn't apply. So that got me to thinking that 7600.16384 likely was made before they found out about this problem. So I believe that the RTM build 7600.16385 was the reason that this Internet Explorer problem was the reason that they patched this bug. I'm not 100% sure, but it makes me wonder just a little bit, because it doesn't seem that Internet Explorer on Windows 7 RTM and Windows Server 2008 RTM are affected. Of course, the Visual C++ 2005 and Visual C++ 2008 redistributable files are affected no matter what version of Windows you're running. If you can install one of those redistributables, you're affected. So you need to update those as well. So yesterday, of course, was patch day, so I figure a lot of people got some updates yesterday, and if they didn't, they should, because these are pretty serious issues that got fixed. And of course, that prompted me to make a new SeaMonkey 2.0 pre-beta 2 build, because it updated some of the headers and libraries in Visual Studio in the CRT source, just slightly, but enough that I needed to update my CRT source where I pull out my code to build J.E. Malik in SeaMonkey. So it includes the latest security updates as well. So that's pretty much how it goes. But anyway, like I said in my Gecko video update blog, my sister Cindy and my nieces Cynthia, Ray, and Julie are on their way. They are officially moving to Faulkner, and so it will not be long before they get here, and hopefully I'll be able to have a video blog eventually. I don't know exactly when. Maybe I'll get to introduce them to you, or at least some of them to you. I don't know. But anyway, with all that being said, I am Daniel Peters, and I will see you next time.
Trying to take my energy. Let me show you just what I'm made of. Simple curiosity, trying to take a bite of me. Let me show you just what I'm made of now. Trying to reach inside of me. made of.